Hi everyone, so sorry if the lighting is really poor. It's first thing in the morning and I'm filming this before work, but I realised that I hadn't shown you my killer kit video for Acorn Avenue, which was September's Like Forever kit, and I haven't shown you the layouts and the projects that I made with it, so I wanted to do that quickly now. So first I will show you what I have left of the kit, and for the first time ever I have pretty much used up all of the embellishments. I used all of the wooden butterflies, I used all of the puffy stickers, all of the ephemera pack, which is just insane for me. I don't think I've ever used up an ephemera pack, but I did use all of this one. What else was there? I used all of the little fabric tags that I bought. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and I used up all of the wooden and glitter arrows. So for the ephemera, the only things I have left are the sequins, which I did use some of, but I'm not really a sequin person anyway because I don't have the right sort of adhesive to stick them down, and it just means that they're quite annoying for me to try and work with. So I'm definitely going to keep them, and hopefully I'll get like a fine nib glue bottle or something at some point so I can use them a bit more effectively. And I also have the tiny word stickers. My phone's going off, sorry. I also have the tiny word stickers left. I did use up a few of them, but I've still got a good chunk left. So those will go into my stash. I do of course still have the thickers left. These were the Fitzgerald font in that gorgeous glittery blue. I feel like I used them a couple of times, but because they're a really thin font, you get lots of stickers in a pack, so I've still got a good amount of those left. And then I purchased these ones as an add-on, and I only used one of them and a few of the little icons, so those will go back into my stash as well, and I absolutely love those, so I'm hoping to use them a lot more often. Then we have the paper, and as you can see this kit isn't really like officially killed, but I really want to move on to my next kit, which is the Shine collection by Maggie Holmes, and I did a video on that last week. I really want to move on to that kit, and when you've been working with a certain collection of papers for a whole month, by the end, if you haven't used them all up already, you just kind of get a bit like stuck. So these will go into my stash and I will use them eventually, but for now they will go into my scrap box. So I have some of this paper left, which is the green space one. I've got some of this gorgeous blue with the leaves on the back. I have this tiny little square of that floral paper. I just didn't want to get rid of it because it was my favourite paper in the kit. I have some of this purple one, which was called Acorn Avenue. I've got some of this one, Main Street. Got some of that big floral, some of the polka dot. I've got some branding strips left. This floral that I saved off of the corner of the paper to cut out. This random bit of that yellow paper. And then I have one full sheet left, which is Arrow Avenue. I'm not sure why I didn't use it, but it will go into my stash and it will get used. I love that. So now we move on to what I actually made with the kit. And I feel like I didn't make loads this month, but I am happy with every single page I made, which doesn't happen very often. I'm really sorry about the glare. As I said, the lighting is awful because it's like 7 o'clock in the morning right now, so we will do our best. This is a Project Life page and it is for week 40, and it was the week that unfortunately 2 of our dogs were stolen. They were stolen on Wednesday night and it was the 1st of October, and it was absolutely awful, so I didn't really have many photos. I just sort of cobbled something together so that I could at least fill one page, and I've got some journaling down here about the dogs being stolen, and it might be weird that it says best day, but thankfully I managed to get the word out on Facebook that they had been stolen, and thousands of people all over the country shared the post, and whoever had stolen the dogs obviously realised that they would never be able to sell them on and they wouldn't be able to go out with them because too many people would recognise them, so they dumped them. So sorry for that ramble, but that's that's what the best day sticker is about, because obviously it was the best day when we got them back. And because this is like an autumn themed collection, the Cedar Lane collection, There are things in it that say like give thanks, grateful, because obviously in America and Canada they have Thanksgiving. So this give thanks acetate piece was perfect for that, because obviously I was so thankful that we got them back. And I loved the puffy stickers. I used those all over this layout, and yeah, just used some random embellishments like that little fox. Has no relevance whatsoever, but I absolutely love this page. I'm going to put pictures on my blog of these layouts so you can see them properly, because I appreciate that you can't really get a good idea right now. Then we have a layout of the dogs. This is Bramble and this is Tilly, and I was just documenting how grateful I was to have them home. Some of the ephemera, like I said, was just perfect for this. So this little circle says home sweet home, this one says grateful, this little acorn says thank you, this arrow says best friends, because they are the best of friends, and yeah, it was just perfect. I scrap lifted this layout. I can't remember who it was originally created by, because I'm so daft I never make a note of the person's name, but it was on the Pink Paisley Facebook page and Instagram, so if you wanted to go and see the original layout you could go back a few weeks and it would be on there. But I absolutely loved what the lady had done, and I just totally copied her basically, and again there will be photos on my blog so you can see these better. At the end of that week I actually got a new little bunny. He didn't have a name at this point, he's only just been given a name this week. So the title is Little Bunny No Name, and these stickers were not in the kit, but I got them from Hobbycraft. I'm sure they'll still be there if you're interested in them. I backed this layout, I sewed it down onto the ombre piece of paper from the kit because I really liked it, but I feel like I was never going to be able to use it to its full potential because I don't like really colourful backgrounds. So I just decided to use it as a matte. And I got some gelatos and used them for the first time ever. I wasn't massively happy with how it turned out, but it's, you know, first attempt. I'll cut myself some slack. I used up the arrows on this layout, and I used a little stamp that I got recently, and it just says the best. And yeah, that's a picture of my little bunny. We have another pet themed layout. I'm sorry, pretty much all of my layouts are pet themed this month. This is my other dog, Ruby, and thankfully she did not get stolen because she was inside at the time. But she, as you can see, is very ladylike. And this is her favourite way to lay down. So I titled it So Very Graceful because she's not graceful at all. Again, I did my standard white cardstock on a pattern paper background and I sewed that down. And again, I was messing about with gelatos. I kind of like how it looks, but again, I need a lot more practice. I think I used up the last of the puffy stickers on this layout. I used some of those word stickers, and I used a lot of my scraps to mat the photo. I love these fabric tags. I'm so glad I bought those as an add-on. They were just perfect. And this little wood veneer dog is from the Studio Calico Baxter collection. And I just did some splatters with my watercolours. And yeah, really simple. Then we have this layout which is called Today, and that is one of those beautiful glitter thicker words I was talking about in the Killer Kit part of this video. I fussy cut out these flowers from one of the papers, and this layout was scrap lifted from Nicola, who owns the Like Forever shop. She posted a layout using a photo of her daughter, and it had this sort of embellishment cluster around the bottom. Absolutely loved it, so I just totally copied her. I used some of the sequins finally. I used those foxes because when else am I going to use foxes? I never see foxes really, and if I do I don't take a photo of them, so I just put them on this photo. I've used one of the acrylic little tabs up there and some torn paper to add some texture, and again it's white cardstock sewn onto a coloured background. We have another pet themed layout, and again this is scrap lifted. Again, I don't know who I scrap lifted it from, but again it was on the Pink Paisley Facebook and Instagram, so you can go back and find that if you want to. I pretty much scrap lifted this almost entirely, right down to the paper that was used. And this tag, I'm not sure whether they had any embellishments like this going on, but that was just what I fancied doing at the time, using up some more of those sequins. I loved this acrylic wreath, but I just couldn't think of any other time to use it, so I put it on this layout. And again, I used up some more of those arrows. This paper doesn't actually have any colour in it normally. I watercoloured these words. I just thought it would look nice. This is my final 12 by 12 layout, and again it is bunny themed, and it is the same bunny. When I get a new pet I go a bit photo crazy, and I took loads of photos of him to scrapbook. But this is where I kind of decided to just finally give him a name, and I think he's going to be called Rufus. So I scrapbooked "Love You, Rufus," and I used up pretty much the last of the embellishments on this page. I went back to my, I think it was July kit even, and used up some of those pink fresh wood veneer here as well. Again, it's just strips of paper, and I sewed along them and then sort of ruffled up the corners, the edges, sorry, to add some texture, and I used up some scraps to matte the photo. And there's a doily. There's nearly always a doily. And then finally we have another Project Life layout, which is week 42, and this is the only thing I've made this month that I don't really like, because it was kind of like the dregs of my kit and I got a bit lazy and just didn't really do anything. But I did use up the last of the wooden butterflies, so there's 3 of them on there. I used up the last of the bits from the ephemera pack. I had none of those left by that point. Again, I used these stickers from Hobbycraft just to say happy birthday Bella, because it was my niece's 5th birthday on the 20th. Yeah. Again, sorry for the glare, but that is everything I have left from the Acorn Avenue kit, and that is everything I made with the Acorn Avenue kit. This kit really surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I honestly truly did. It was a gorgeous kit. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. Please don't forget to check out my blog, where you'll be able to see close-up photos of these layouts, because I know, like I said, you can't really see with this terrible light. But yeah, please leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!